All right, so here we have Bitcoin on Bybit on the 1 hour. Um, as you can see, we did make a higher low. Did make a lower high though. We got held down by the 200. Looks like we're curving right here. Could make some kind of curved bottom. We'll find out. Or this could turn out to be a cup and handle if we are rejected by the 200 again. Come back down to this VPVR level and then maybe resume up. We'll find out though. I mean, we could just blast right through the 200, but watch the 200 right now. This is the level we need to get above. If we can close a 1 hour above the 200, I do think we break this last high and make a higher high. Right now, your RSI is kind of giving some neutral momentum. This is the RSI, by the way. Judges bullish and bearish momentum. And then if you're above the signal line, if you just cross the signal line to the upside, that means you are switching the momentum from bearish to bullish. If you do fall below the signal line, that means you're switching the momentum from the short-term momentum from bullish to bearish. So right now we are on the current tick trying to cross the signal line to the upside. We need to stay above basically right where we're at, 23,180. Actually 23,181. We need to stay above there in order to cross this to the upside. We have 15 minutes left. So if we can cross that, and this MACD looks like it's curving around, negative momentum is decreasing. If we can start printing some dark green bars on this histogram and curl this back around, get back above that signal line, that's going to look good. Your BBWP is very low, printing multiple dark blue signals. When this thing turns around, a big move is going to happen. A big move, whether it's to the downside or the upside. Let's see what the move would be if we came back down to here. Now, see, we're either going to come down and possibly break this, or get above this 200 and probably come all the way up to 20, back up to your recent highs at 24K region. Yeah, definitely watch this BBWP. Your moving average is going to come back down. So once it crosses the moving average, the move is going to start picking up. But I would expect the vol to start to expand after this thing switches around and stops printing dark blue signals. So let's move on to the 4 hour. On your let's go over the moving averages real quick. Right now, your 21, your 50, and your 100 are all above each other, bullish. All right, you did get across to the upside, but you're kind of ranging right now. So you can't really trust these signals when you're ranging. So if we do come back down, as long as we hold 22,700, 22,800 level on closures, we're still got a chance. We still have a chance. So, but if we break that, I think we break these last lows at the 22,600 level. I mean, on the daily, let's check out the daily. That's what I want to see. Okay, so no. We need to stay above 21,200 because right now we do have a higher high. This is not a confirmed low just yet. So we're going to find out if we can get back above 23,569. This will be a confirmed low. We will make a higher low and then resumption up. I think if that happens, we will break the 24,700 level and close above that and work our way up to the 100 at 25,800. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. On your daily, your RSI is in the neutral median zone. We really don't want to cross this to the downside, but we are in the current tick right now. So we still have one more tick left in order to hit that signal line. Right now, we did have bearish divergence here, but that move is already played out. That's what led us down here. Your MACD testing that signal line. It's riding it right now, so we haven't crossed it yet. But we'll find out. If we can get a retest and resumption up, that's going to look good. If we can start printing dark red, dark green bars and get back above this level on the histogram, this last high, that's going to look good as well. That would imply that we do make a retest and resumption up. BBWP is below the moving average. By the way, your BBWP measures volatility. If it's low, if it's going lower, it's contracting. If it gets all the way down here, it's probably ranging. And if it's turned up, especially into the upper zone and above its moving average, the move is happening. So usually you want to watch for this to turn around, and then you can base that on whether you think the move is coming or not, because usually that's when the volatility starts to expand, especially when you get above this moving average. So definitely watch your BBWP. Let's go back down to the 1 hour, and we'll cover the bullish bearish cases again. If we can get above this 200, I think we start to work our way up, probably get some sort of rejection at the 23,700 level. All right, and then, because I mean, nothing goes straight up or down. You have ebbs and flows. So if we can do that, that would imply that we work our way up to the bottom of the bullish control zone, probably get some sort of rejection at first. Ultimately, I think we would break this last high on the RSI and resumption up deep into the bullish control zone, MACD. That would also imply that we cross this signal line to the upside, start printing some dark green bars on the histogram as your BBWP turns around, starting to get above its moving average. So, and then the bearish case is that you break this last low, because this is your last daily low right here. So if you break 22,800, about 22,800, I would even go with a more conservative at 22,750. And if you break that, I think you definitely come back down to your range lows at 22,500. If you break 22,500, 20K is the next level, then 18, then 16. All right, and I think it would go down there pretty quick. That would also imply that we cross this signal line to the downside and cross this neutral median line, start to work our way down to the bearish control zone as your BBWP turns around, of course. All right, so let's move on to the weekly. So on the weekly here, we are in a bear market. All right, we are deep in the bearish control zone right now. We did cross that signal line to the upside. Looks like we could come back down for a retest or a resumption down, crossing it to the downside. MACD testing the signal line, possibly get across to the upside. BBWP is contracting as the price action is moving up, which makes me think this is a corrective signal and just a reversion to the mean and the last rally. I do think if we get up into these upper zones, these red zones, like the 24, 25K, 26, 27K levels, that is it. I think that's it. I don't think we break the 21 at 29K. I do not think we break that 21. As you see, your 21 and your 50 just crossed your, pretty fresh cross, about a month back. Your 50 crossed your 100. So, and then you started to cross, your 21 crossed your 50 right here. This would have got you out during this whole move. Moving averages are very important, at least to me. All right, your BBWP is contracting, like I said, just getting below its moving average. So on the weekly, you really don't have much volatility. But like I said, I think this is the last rally. Don't think you get above the 21. And that's about all I have for Bitcoin. If you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below and join the Discord. All right, so here on Ethereum, 50 did cross the 200. Looks like your 100 is trying to get above the 200. Your point of control on the VPVR is holding us down right now as we broke it. 21's holding us up. So if we break 21, next level would be the 50, but we would still make a higher low. We could come all the way down to the 200 and this level on the VPVR on a wick. But as long as we close above 1660, we'll be in good shape. We did make a higher high, so we're still operating on higher lows. We got a higher low here, higher high here, and another higher high. RSI, trying to turn around. If it does test the signal line, makes this W pattern, I do think we break it. I do think we come up to the bullish control zone. We need to get above 1718 in order to cross that signal line to the upside. MACD, I would expect it's curling around. It's losing its downside curvature. Starting to print a light red bar on the histogram, but we'll find out whether we can continue to have that negative momentum decrease. Right now, you're going to continue falling as long as you're below 1724. You need to get above 1780 in order to cross that signal line to the upside. So we got a little ways to go. But basically, if we break this last high, the bullish momentum is going to start cascading to the upside because that last high comes in at 1750. Excuse me. BBWP is far below that moving average, working its way down to the lower blue line. The last time we had that signal was right here. So you had quite the move. All right. And continue to rise up after that. Definitely had your volatility here. Started to contract as the price action moved down, which got us ahead of the curve. We were held up by the 21, crossed the 200 again, resumption up to our purple zone. Look at this. We had our purple line right here, 1725. Look where we got rejected from right there. Exactly as we predicted. So yeah, that's why you watch these videos. Stay ahead of the curve. You know, we have a very high hit rate here. And, well, I say we just because, you know, we have a community in the Discord. A lot of times we talk about these levels before they even happen. There's a lot of good calls there, you know. Definitely some smart traders. So shout out to everybody in the Discord. So let's move on to the 4 hour. All your moving averages have positive slopes. They are above each other. So looking good there. We could come all the way down to the 21 on the 4 hour, still make a higher low. It's 1680. All right. RSI got rejected from the bullish control zone. Basically front ran it. Looks like we're trying to curl around. If we can front run this signal line and get back above this last high, I think we get in the bullish control zone. Past even that last high. MACD. Pretty fresh cross to the 0 line. Positive momentum starting to decrease a little bit, but this could just be a little correction. You know, like I said, we come down to the 21, resumption up. If we can get back above 1740, I think we get up to 19. So watch your MACD right now because you are curling over a little bit. So definitely watch if it crosses that signal line or hits it. BBWP is above its moving average and above the neutral zone or in the upper zone. So I would expect the move to continue, possibly get a pullback, then resumption up, or we make the low here and break 1750. We break 1750, I think we go up another $1,500. So almost 10% move. Bearish case is that we break this purple zone to the downside at 1580 and break this last low on a 1 hour closure. If that happens, I think we get a bounce here, 1428, but ultimately I think we come down to this VPVR level and this red zone at 1350. So that's the bearish case, and that would also imply that we cross this 0 line after crossing this signal line to the downside as your BBWP continues to expand and your RSI crosses the neutral median line after it crosses its signal line. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for Ethereum. You know, basically break this last high, 1750. All right, bullish. Break this last low at 1655 in this VPVR level. I think if we can get above 1728, we will break this last high, but we'll come back to it. Let's move on to Solana. Solana, a little weaker. We did make a higher high and a higher low. Kind of ranging right now, so we don't want this to be a BART and come back down to the 100. That won't look too good, but we'd still make a higher low. We are being held up by the point of control POC on the VPVR right now, which the VPVR is this gray mountain over here, okay? These levels signify high trading volume at a certain price level. All right, so your POC is going to be your highest. So right now we are being held up by that. RSI is in the neutral median zone. You fucking asshole. Crossing that signal line to the upside. So this could be turning around. I mean, right now we really didn't make a high. We just kind of ranged out. So if we can make this a low, I think we break this. Right now, level to watch is 41, 30, 30. 41.30, 41.25 to 41.30. because that would break this last high on a 1 hour closure and the 200. Right now, your MACD is heading down. You are below that signal line, but you could be trying to cross it right here as your negative momentum is starting to wane. All right, so BBWP is printing dark blue signals right now, and look at this. It's turning around. Volatility is about to happen. I think volatility is about to happen across the whole crypto market. So definitely watch that. All you got to do is watch when it gets above this moving average. When that happens, place your trades, in my opinion. So after that happens, watch your momentum. If this thing's above the signal line and the RSI continues its way up, crossing this last high on the RSI, it's going to be bullish. If the RSI is below its signal line and comes down to the neutral median line, breaking this last low on the RSI, as your MACD crosses its zero line, that's going to be very bearish. And I think we would come back down to this last low, breaking this low, breaking out of the red zone, and looking like shit. So yeah, that's about all I have for Solana. Let's move to the 4 hour real quick. So on your 4 hour, you can make a low here, make a higher low. I mean, you could even get a wick down at the bottom of this red zone. As long as you close above 39.75, you're in good shape. But if you do get down there, that lower term, that 1 hour momentum is going to start to cascade down. So you could break this. You break that last low, I think you break the 200 and come all the way back down to 34.75. Your MACD is trying to cross that zero line. Positive momentum is decreasing a little bit, but you are above the neutral median line and the signal line on the RSI. And you have like 2 ticks to be able to stay above it. BBWP is contracting below its moving average, so watch that moving average. Once again, this thing curls around, gets above its moving average, that's when the move's going to happen. All right, so moving averages. 21's trying to curl around across your 50. If that can happen and your 50 crosses your 100, you start to fan out. I think you come up to $45. Been talking about $45 for a long time. If you break $45, I think you get up to 50. So a nice, what's that? Let's check it out. So from where we're at now, if we can get up to the top of this red zone at $45, that's going to be a 10% move. If we can get up to the 50 mark, that's going to be a 23% move. That would line up with this BBWP and these this MACD freshly crossing the zero line if we can get above it. And yeah, if we go down, we're going to the depths. Like, my guess is that we would come down to like 33.50 or 34.50. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those bell notifications. Get notified with this time-sensitive content. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.